Hello and welcome, I'm Thomas Porteous and you are watching the China Report on NewsX World. Let's take a look at some of the top headlines of the hour. US President Donald Trump touches down in Malaysia, kicking off a week-long tour of Asia that includes summits and high-stakes meetings. He will visit Japan to meet its new conservative leader, then travel to South Korea for the APEC summit, where his most anticipated meeting with China's Xi Jinping will take place on the sidelines in South Korea. Thailand and Cambodia are set to sign a peace deal in Kuala Lumpur in the presence of US President Donald Trump, formally ending their long-standing border conflict. The agreement follows a July ceasefire that halted 5 days of deadly clashes, which left more than 24 dead. China's top trade negotiator Li Chenggang and Vice Premier Li Haifeng hold a second day of talks with US Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent and Trade Representative Jamieson Greer in Kuala Lumpur. President Trump says he's confident of striking a comprehensive deal with China's Xi Jinping to end the long-running trade war. Asia's youngest nation, East Timor, officially becomes the 11th member of ASEAN after a 14-year wait, marking what its Prime Minister calls a dream realised. The former Portuguese colony of 1.4 million people hopes membership will boost trade and investment as it integrates into the region's $3.8 trillion economy. North Korea's Foreign Minister Choe will visit Russia and Belarus at the invitation of their foreign ministries, state media KCNA reports. The trip signals Pyongyang's deepening ties with Moscow and Minsk ahead of its growing isolation from the West. Japan's new Conservative Prime Minister, Sanai Takaichi, tells President Donald Trump that strengthening the Japan-US alliance is her government's top priority. Speaking from Malaysia ahead of their upcoming summit in Tokyo, Takaichi calls Japan an indispensable partner in America's strategy towards China and the Indo-Pacific. US President Donald Trump says he will increase tariffs on Canada by an additional 10%, announcing the move on Truth Social after blasting an Ontario ad aired during the World Series. He ends trade talks with Ottawa as the ad quotes Ronald Reagan, warning that tariffs trigger trade wars and economic damage. Israeli forces carry out a targeted strike in central Gaza against a man it says was planning an attack on troops. The military claims the target was a member of Islamic Jihad, as both sides accuse each other of violating the US-backed ceasefire still in effect. Now, the world leaders are flocking into the Malaysian capital, Kuala Lumpur, for a 3-day summit